Wow. Wow. What a night we've got on the sports bar. It's me, Jamie O'Hara, and the legend, Dean Saunders, alongside me. What a night of football live across the talkSPORT station. Forget the English clubs. Jose Mourinho has just gone and done what he does best. His goalkeeper scored at the last kick of the game to keep them in the competition. Unbelievable scenes. Every English side besides Newcastle have made it into the top 8. Chelsea, big win against Napoli. Liam Rosina getting huge credit in that one. Spurs, we are monsters in Europe. Fourth in the table, smashing everyone to bits. We could go and win it. Arsenal, they beat Haaaaas. They was already through. Decent result for them in the end. Liverpool and City made light work so far in the Champions League. Who are the favourites at the English sides to win this competition? Big. It's all to play for. I can't believe how open the Champions League is this season. Loads to go at. You can have your say on tonight's football. 03 717 22 33 44. All right, Stino.
All right, Jamie. Yeah, well, great, wasn't it?
Oh, what a night!
Hard to keep up with.
Yeah, I mean, it was almost impossible. We're lucky here at talkSPORT. We get all the games. We had 5 of the English teams on. Then we had the Real Madrid one at the end. I mean, incredible night of football, really, when you think about it. That is what the Champions League is about.
Well, yeah, we didn't have that much drama, did we? Until right at the end, where the goalkeeper's gone and headed a corner in. Was it a corner or was it a free kick?
It was a free kick. Yeah.
And he's headed it in and knocked Marseille out by a goal.
God, Marseille be kicking themselves. They lost 3-0 and they've gone out by a goal. I mean, unbelievable stuff. Real Madrid miss out on the top 8. But look, fair play to all the English sides. You know, we're dominating in the Champions League. Arsenal finished top, Liverpool 3rd, Tottenham 4th, Chelsea 6th, Man City sneak in 8th, you know, with a decent performance tonight. So, look, Newcastle gave a good account of themselves against Paris Saint-Germain. I thought they played really well, but they end up finishing 12th. But
Harvey Barnes missed a sitter.
Oh, he did.
The last kick of the game. Yeah, well, not last kick. It was right at the end of the game.
It was at death,
Anthony Gordon, who's causing havoc, gets it across to him somehow, deflects in his path. He's just got a half volley. Keep it down. He's off balance a bit. Hey, we've all missed chances like that, but he'll be kicking himself too.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's off balance, but yeah, look, it's a big moment. But look, fair play to Newcastle. I thought they'd go and get beat by Paris Saint-Germain. By the way, you know, I look at the Champions League. It is all to play for. You know, any of the English sides, and I'll include Newcastle in this because they've gone to PSG and got a result, can win the Champions League. I don't think there's anyone there that the English side should be scared of.
I think Arsenal are going to win it. I said it before, and I still think the same. Man City cruised past Galatasaray, really. 2-0.
You say Arsenal are going to win it, but what? No. I know they've performed well, right, and they've won everything.
Have I hit a nerve already?
No, you're not in a nerve. You're not in a nerve. But, you know, credit to Arsenal. I give them the credit. They've won every game. But they ain't won the Champions League. They haven't won the Champions League.
Yeah.
The teams that are in and around it, the Europa League holders, different competition, but they've won something recently.
Did he make 11 changes, Arteta, tonight?
Yeah, he did.
And they still had a brilliant team on the pitch.
I know, but they're playing Haaaaas, mate. Come on.
Yeah, what I mean is the squad. To put that standard of squad on the pitch tonight, after leaving 11 players out, I think they've got the best squad. They've got the best squad in the Premier League. The Premier League is the best league in the world. And it shows, by the way. What about your team, Spurs?
Mate, we're a different team in Europe.
Mystery, that is.
It is a mystery. It actually is a mystery.
26 games in Europe.
I mean, it's something ridiculous, right? Our form in Europe is incredible, right? From last season as well in the Europa. And in Champions League, we finished 4th in the table. I mean, I just wish sharp, we move the ball quick, we press, we pass forward. You know, players look like they've got confidence and a belief in their ability. And then I go and watch us in the Premier League, and we're a completely different side. I don't get it. I don't really maybe it's nerves, maybe maybe it's pressure of seeing us in the table and not getting off a good start. But I don't know with the Champions League, it feels like there's a bit more caution to the wind. You know, you can throw players forward, and
I'm just thinking about the spine of the team. Do you rate the goalkeeper?
I don't think he's great. He's not bad.
Average.
He's average.
Average. The two centre-halves are really good.
Yeah, Danso was good tonight.
But the two centre-halves, the first choice, Van der Ven and Romero.
Yeah.
Then you go into midfield. Bentancur's still there, isn't he?
Yeah, he's injured, but Archie Gray played tonight.
So Archie Gray and who's he playing in there with?
He played with Sarr today, who I think...
Suma's come back in.
Xavi Simons was brilliant tonight.
Right, and you've got Solanke fit.
Yeah.
When's Kulusevski fit?
Don't know, mate. I have no idea when.
But that team there, just these players, they should be doing better than they are.
Yeah, I think if you get a fully fit Tottenham squad back together, we've got some decent players. We have.
Yeah,
but we've shown that in the Champions League we're fourth. But the Premier League is it's unacceptable. But I really enjoy watching Tottenham play in the Champions League. I really enjoy it. The shameful thing about it is we're probably not going to be in Europe next season, unless you win the Champions League, which is a very difficult opportunity. Spurs are not going to be in Europe next season, and when you watch us play in Europe, we're a joy to watch.
Do you know, like Solanke's buried that second goal there, and it's just made the last 20 minutes easy for Spurs. He's put the game to bed, hasn't he?
Yeah,
he's clean through, like he does. Solanke, striker, buries a chance. Harvey Barnes misses a chance. And I know people don't like this because they don't like the way he left Newcastle, Isak.
Mm.
But Newcastle, if Isak's playing tonight, they would have won, in my opinion.
Mm.
I've had a look through his goals last season. He scored 27 goals last season, Isak, right? And I looked to see how many of them counted and how many points they won them. How many points do you think?
A lot.
I think I told you earlier, didn't I? 35 points. Isak, his goals counted. Obviously, he's got his teammates to think of as well, but it was either an equaliser or he won the game with it. He scored 12 goals away from home. They can't win away from home. They're struggling.
Yeah.
So they miss him.
Yeah.
Voldemort started the season well, so no one said anything, but now he's gone 9 games, 10 games without scoring. You're going to miss a £130 million striker, aren't you?
Yeah, of course you are.
And I would like to think, if he was at Newcastle now, you could put 15 points on their total.
Yeah.
In the league.
In the league, for sure. Yeah. He's gone. He's
gone. So they're missing him.
Mm.
And they might have got through there tonight if they'd have had Isak playing for him. But we'll never know.
Mm. All right, let's go to some calls. We've got a lot of people phoning up. Let's go to Emilio. He's a Spurs fan. Right, Emilio?
Hi, Emilio.
Hello, boys. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, right. Look, Spurs, it's just joy to watch.
Mate, up the Spurs. I think, to be honest, it's having that extra time on the ball. I think in the Premier League, you just don't get the time on the ball. And Xavi Simons is used to playing against Dortmund and Frankfurt, where you get that extra second or two.
I know, but he looked sharp, though, in the Champions League, Simons. To be fair, he's looked sharp in the Premier League, to be fair to him recently. He's done all right. But in the Champions League, the whole team just looked like a different team.
Yeah, but where would Frankfurt finish in the Premier League?
Well, I don't know. And people can say, and I'm sure we get people say the standard and quality of the Champions League, blah, blah, blah. But Spurs drew against Burnley, lost against West Ham, drew against Wolves, and did we get beat by Forest? So
who would you rather play if you were Spurs tomorrow, West Ham or Frankfurt?
Yeah, Frankfurt after tonight. I went to the West Ham game. I spoke to you and Cundy after that, Jamie, as well. And I was fuming, but absolutely delighted tonight. And I think, and that new format that you were talking about as well, boys, like seeing Benfica get through. I saw a geezer on the train, Benfica fan, at 7 o'clock this morning, getting off the train at Gatwick Airport. And I thought, I hope he has a good day. And, mate, you couldn't have a better day than that.
Mate, it was unbelievable. For people who ain't seen it, they've got to watch it. I'm sure it's going to be everywhere. But literally, Real Madrid are losing a game. They're ninth anyway. But Benfica are going out. They're out of the competition. They need one more goal. Real Madrid go down to 9 men. They get a free kick. He sends the keeper up, Mourinho. And it's a great ball in. But the header from the keeper is top draw. It's sensational. And the scenes, it is so Mourinho. Against Real Madrid, last knockings of a game. I mean, that is why I love Jose Mourinho. I don't know if there's anyone out there who doesn't like that moment for Jose Mourinho. Incredible moment. And it knocks out Marseille and keeps Benfica in. It's just ridiculous. It's what a night. And, that's at the other end of the Champions League table. You've got all the permutations at the top end of it. But I think that's why the new format probably does work.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Can we win it, Emilio? Can Spurs win
We
it?
can win it, mate. I spoke to you and Jermaine
We can win
in
it.
the round of 16 and told you I booked my flight to Bilbao, mate, and we went and won it. And I
I
said
think
we
we
were going to
can.
beat Man United 5 times or 4 times in a row, and we did. And we're going to win it, James. We're going to win
I'm
it.
telling you, I think we can win it, mate. We are. Listen, we are
That is
European
Spurs.
holders right now. European holders.
Absolutely
European
no
Champions League,
chance
come on.
whatsoever of winning the
We
Champions
know what
League.
we are.
Mate, we just
We
say
know
no
what
chance.
we
We
are.
finished fourth.
Yeah.
No chance.
Mate, I think
Champions of Europe, we know what we are.
Spurs win the Champions League.
Just who
Mate,
we
won
are.
Europa League last season. Won Europa League.
That's the Walt Disney Cup.
I'm telling you, we've got a chance. It's wide open. Spurs in the
No
Champions
chance.
League are a different team. Different team.
I wonder what odds they are. Ryan, get some odds for us. What Spurs are to win the
Well,
Champions League?
Spurs are back. I think they were like 40 to 1. I think something like that. It weren't great odds.
Are you gonna have a pound?
33. We've gone down.
33.
We've gone down. I'm telling you, we've gone down 33 to 1.
When do you have
It's
a pound
good
on then?
bet. Spurs are back. It's a good bet.
A pound just to say. $100 to 1 they were.
Yeah. What treble?
Just-
The main treble or
yeah.
just the treble?
Champions League,
Yeah.
Premier League,
Yeah.
FA Cup,
Quad is on.
and the quad is on.
Quad is on.
Your old team, Liverpool, tonight, they were
Yeah.
great. Brilliant performance.
Played well, yeah, and breezed through. And I'm pleased, yeah, because Salah scored. He needed a goal. He looked lost, Salah. He looked like he kept giving the ball away. Looks like he's lost his self-belief. Vert scored again.
Yeah.
Ekitike played brilliant.
Yeah.
Do you know who done really well? Endo. Good character.
Yeah, come on.
Tonight.
Early on.
Tells you what he's all about. His Frimpong's gone off. I think it looks like he's pulled his hamstring again. I'm not sure. Top of his leg. He's crawled off in tears nearly.
Mm.
So that's the only downside for Liverpool. They've lost another right back missing. So Endo stepped in, played great at right back, getting forward, good using the ball. Obviously, he's a good midfield player, so he can use the ball. Nearly scored a couple, got on the couple of the end of crosses.
Listen, they're Champions
Good
League
performances
royalty, though,
all
Liverpool.
round. McAllister scored.
Liverpool could win it.
Liverpool can definitely win it.
I think Liverpool got more chance of winning it than Arsenal
Why?
because they've won it 6 times.
Yeah, different players.
Yeah, I know, but I don't care. It's a mentality at a football club, at a ground. And, you know, when it gets to them moments, Champions League nights at Anfield, things happen that just don't happen elsewhere. I genuinely believe Liverpool got more chance than Arsenal.
Well, I think Arsenal are going to win it, but I think Liverpool have got a chance of winning it. Yeah, but I think Arsenal have got more chance. I think they've got Jesus back, Havertz is back. They've got the best players back. They've got a great squad. Liverpool have got injuries. Quite a few injuries. And when you look at the subs they were bringing on tonight, youngsters.
No, but they won what? 6-0 was it at the end? They won 6-0.
Yeah, who's the young lad that come on? He's been sent off twice in 13 minutes. I'm pleased he never got sent off.
Nalo?
I'm pleased he never got sent off tonight. When he was coming on, I think the whole stadium went, "Oh, please, for the lad's sake, just for his career,
Yeah. Don't get
another red card." But they cruised. And do you know what? It's going to be difficult for Newcastle because they went to the wire tonight. They give it everything away from home. And now they've got to face Liverpool at the weekend, who cruised through their tie, really.
Yeah.
And he was able to bring Ekitike off. He brought Wirtz off after an hour. So it's going to be a tough game for Newcastle to get themselves up for.
Yeah, it definitely is for Newcastle. They were unlucky tonight, though, and there's a tough game in the last game going to play PSG away. You can have your say in all of the football. Want to hear from you. What a night. Champions League, across the talkSPORT network. 03 717 22 33 44. listening to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT. Me, Jamie O'Hara Dean Saunders. We're here. What Queensberry CEO Frank Warren has had to say after Tyson Fury announced his comeback fight late this year. But first, massive evening of Champions League football live on talkSPORT. Chelsea secured their place in the Champions League top 8 thanks to a brilliant double from João Pedro. 3-2 win over Napoli and Conte. Here's how it sounded live on talkSPORT.
Here's João Pedro, driving forward, what a goal! Turns from 25 yards out and smacks home a beauty for Chelsea with his left foot, rifled it past the keeper, who never saw it. And here goes João Pedro up to the edge of the area, Garnacho with him. Pedro goes alone and scores for Chelsea! And suddenly, Chelsea's destiny is back in their own hands.
Yeah, huge night for Chelsea. Big win for them. Fair play to Rafinha. Napoli needed to get a result to have a chance of staying in the competition. And then they go there and win 3-2. João Pedro on the score sheet. Let's go to Zachariah. He's a Chelsea fan. Zachariah.
Hi, Zach.
Yes, brother.
How are you, Zachariah? You good?
Yes, brother. How are you, man? You're right there,
Yeah, I'm all right, mate. I'm all right. It's a bit early to, be talking about whether you got your job back, but let's talk about Chelsea.
All right, say no more. I'm going to wait for you on that one. I've got a story for you tonight on that one. Still.
Okay.
All right, say no more. Listen, Chelsea, I'm letting you know we're back home, mate. We win the Champions League. I don't care. Every time we get a new manager, every time Chelsea get a new manager and we win the Champions League, we win it. I'm letting you know, Jay, it's coming. It's coming home.
I mean,
They've got good enough players to do, haven't they?
Yeah, they have.
I mean, hey, there's another mystery, by the way. Antonio Conte. His record in the Champions League is horrific.
But he's the worst one ever. I'm telling you now, man. He's the worst. He's the worst manager ever, man. Like he's absolutely useless. You know what I'm saying? But can I say one thing though? Welshman.
Yeah.
You see, you always talk on a real proper, like you're honest guy. You know, I respect you, man, highly.
Well, I just
listen. Don't take compliments
no,
from Zachariah, mate. Because if you heard
I can feel something's coming.
If you hear his story, mate, he's a bad egg, Zach. He's a bad egg.
He's a Liverpool supporter, man. He's all right, man. He's easy, man.
I'm a Swansea fan. I am.
Zach. Cole Palmer though, he's back tonight.
He's back.
Got an assist.
Cole Palmer. If you don't see for the next 3 years, if you don't win the Ballon d'Or, it's corruption. Like it's a war of 3, 4, 5. I don't care. He has to win the Ballon d'Or for the next 3 to 2 years.
What do you think about Sterling finally leaving the club?
He's a useless man. He's a waste of time. I don't know why he come to Chelsea, man. He's the worst ever player. Like, man, that guy. He just gets paid and now he's corrupt. He's a fraud. Like, man, I don't know why we got him. We will send him to Arsenal. Now he comes back to Chelsea, just sitting down, getting money on that, man. Oh my God.
He's got more Premier League titles.
He's only on 325 grand a week.
Oh my God! Wow.
Zach, at least he's decided I want to play football. I'm pleased he's done that.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on with the Spurs and Tottenham? What's going on?
Hey, we're flying, Zach. We're flying, mate. We're a powerhouse. Spurs are back. European royalty, we are. European royalty, mate. That's what we are. We are Europa League holders, and then we've just ripped up the Champions League top 4.
By the way, I've noticed you've not hammered Thomas Frank tonight.
Yeah,
How can I hammer him?
You've been hammering him for about 3 weeks.
Yeah, because
He's been doing more than 3 weeks. He's been doing it for a whole year. You know, but he's been doing more than that. But yeah, Tottenham top 4. I can't believe it, man. That's mad.
We'll see you, mate. When it gets to the latter stages, maybe semi-finals or something like that. We'll play the Chelsea, give him a spanking. See you off.
On tonight or not? Midnight train.
I'll get you on, mate. We'll phone you up later on, yeah?
Say no more, brother. Good night.
All right. Zachariah, he's a character, that boy.
Is he?
He's got some stories. Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah, I'll tell you in the break. He's come on at midnight. He can enlighten you to what he's been up to.
We need to mention Pedro. 2 great goals.
Great goal. Very good player.
His first goal was a great goal.
Yeah.
Left foot.
Yeah.
Top corner.
Talented boy.
Yeah. Really talented. What are you shaking your head a bit? Are you not sure about him?
No. I really like him. I think he's good. I think he's way better than Liam Delap. I think João Pedro are fully fit when João Pedro's firing. I think he's a really good player. I like him a lot. I think he's a good striker.
I'll tell you what I like tonight. Højlund's movement for his goal.
Mm.
Did you see what he done tonight? It's like it was a tap in near post. Tap in, but he's roofed it with his left foot.
Yeah.
But he's got out of Fofana's eye line. The ball's wide on the left wing, and he's got out of his eye line so he can't see him. Last second, he got across Fofana.
Yeah.
And if you were coaching both of them, Fofana didn't do a lot wrong. He had his body shape open so he could see Højlund coming, but he timed his run that well that he just met the ball near post, inside the near post, top corner.
Mm.
It's a shame he didn't do enough for Man United, did he?
No, he hasn't done enough for Man United, but I don't think they're going to care too much, to be honest. Stinker, though, for Napoli, who are a really good team, and they've gone out. Unbelievable. Right, keep your calls coming in. You'll have your say on tonight's football. Loads to go at. We've got a lot of people phoning up. We'll get through to you. 03 717 22 33 44. Listening to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT. Keep your calls coming in. 03 717 22 33 44. We have got a bit of problem with the phone lines, but we are getting you back, so keep phoning. We're sorting that issue out for you right now. Newcastle drew 1-1 away to PSG, meaning both sides missed out on a place in the Champions League top 8. Here's how it sounded live on talkSPORT.
Runs up, hits it right footed. Save by Nick Pope. Diving to his left-hand side, he's been able to beat it away. Pope saves the Dembele penalty, and it's still 0-0. Kvaratskhelia locked into his left. Coutinho coming onto it, right-footed effort, last pump it in. And only 3 minutes after the penalty was saved, PSG take the lead.
Ball played inside the PSG penalty area. Byrne flicking it down. Oh, it's in! The equalising goal. 1-1. Willock, the man that walked onto it and headed it into the top right-hand corner. And a set piece has got Newcastle United back on level terms.
Yeah, decent performance tonight in the end for Newcastle. They draw 1-1. They go into the playoffs. They finish 12th in the table. Look, tough place to go for them. It really was. And look, PSG are a great side, and they started the game brilliantly. Obviously, it was live on talkSPORT, that game. Stuart Pearce was doing it. And after about 30 minutes, Stewie was like, Lewis Miley's got to come off. He's got to drag him.
Highlight of the night.
And I was like, Stewie, it's 30 minutes into the game, bless him.
He said, well, I think the manager, Eddie's got to be looking at Miley and drag him off. I think 30's getting roasted. Listen to this. This gets better. I've just thought about it. Stuart Pearce played me.
Yeah.
Because Miley, he played him wing back,
He's
didn't he?
wing back, yeah.
So, like, it's a lung burster. As you're on your way forward, the team loses the ball, you've got to run back.
Yeah.
And you're making decisions all the time. Do I join in or do I wait here?
Yeah.
And then if you've got a winger against you and you're not a fullback.
Yeah.
But Stuart Pearce, after I was saying drag Miley off, he played me for Forest.
Yeah.
Right wing back against Ryan Giggs.
No, he didn't.
I had to mark Ryan Giggs.
Yeah.
It's the worst 45 minutes of my career. He should drag me off. I played with Giggsy. Giggsy was running past me laughing. He said, please don't go off. We got hammered. But Piercy played me right wing back. And then I've had another think about it. Graham Souness tops that. He played me right wing back in the Charity Shield final for Liverpool against Leeds. Can you remember when Cantona got a hat-trick?
No.
It was that game. Tony DeRego's the left back for Leeds, the quickest left back in the world. I'm playing right wing back at Wembley. Never played there in my life, apart from when Stuart Pearce put me there. I didn't have the heart to say to Graham, I have played there in the past.
Yeah.
And it didn't go well. Right.
I bet Fergie loved that.
So, Jamie, I went to Loch Lomond to play golf, right? And who's in the bar? Alex Ferguson.
Yeah.
And he said, all right, Dean. The first thing he said to me, he goes, remember that game when you played right wing back? He's laughing his head off. He said, I couldn't believe he'd done it to you. He said, I was rubbing my hands together.
I can't believe that.
I can't defend, can I?
Stewie, I can't believe Stewie was your manager. He's younger than you, isn't he?
Player manager.
He's younger than you.
No, yeah, he's just older than me a couple of years.
Just.
By the way, Stuart Pearce, right? The rules are different now, aren't they?
Yeah.
You know, if you want to see how far the rules have changed, just watch a 1999 game. Just watch a game where even when Steven Gerrard went into tackles every game like a man possessed.
Yeah.
He'd be off now.
Yeah,
you can't tackle anymore.
No.
But Stuart Pearce used to shout to Ian Wong during the game, just as we're kicking off.
Yeah.
You go, Wowney, don't stop the pass going to their right winger. Let the ball go to him. And he used to tee him up. And as the ball arrived at the right winger, he used to try and chip him as far as he could into the crowd. An outrageous challenge. And as he was on the floor, he'd go, go on, do you want some more? Do you want some more? Do you want some more? Come on. And then the winger used to pick the ball up and start running at him. And as he was running at him, Pearce used to go, go on, push it outside me, I dare you. Yeah. Go on. And then when he stopped and turned back, he went, yeah, you imagine, you coward.
He was hell of a player.
The rules were different.
Hell of a player.
He's a great player.
Right, let's go to some calls. We've got Anthony, he's a Newcastle fan. Right, Ant?
Hi, Ant.
Hi, mate, you all right?
Yeah, and look, obviously, tough game that, away from home against PSG, but I thought he's done really well.
Congratulations on Tottenham getting through.
Oh, mate, flying. Top 4.
I've got relations in Enfield, so I've got a bit of a soft spot for Tottenham.
What do you make of views tonight, though? Look.
Yeah. I only ever ring up when Cundy's in the shed, you know.
You don't fancy it? Well, he's always watching the Chelsea, and whenever they're on, he disappears, mate. You know
bit unlucky tonight, I thought, and unlucky that you got to play the last game against PSG. But I thought Harvey Barnes had a chance there, didn't he?
Again.
Yeah. I thought it was a bit unlucky. You know.
Yeah. Again, Dino. We we seem to come up against the Barcelonas and the PSGs every time. But
it's nice, though, isn't it? It's nice for the club when you think about it. If you look at the big picture, playing against teams like that.
You know our record against PSG in the Champions League?
Go on.
4-1, beat them at home.
Yeah.
1-1, dodgy penalty, last minute.
Yeah.
1-1 tonight.
Yeah.
Doesn't go. We've got them a bit. We've got them a bit, haven't we?
Well,
you're
a good side. You've got some good players.
When football was football.
Yeah.
You've got some good players, though, Ant. You know, like, I thought Anthony Gordon was really good tonight.
That's without Bruno.
Yeah, Bruno as well. He's obviously a massive loss for you. You know, the stats were something.
Yeah.
When you don't play, you don't win. Like, it's just he was a big loss. But look, I thought you gave a good account of yourselves. All right, you go into the playoffs. I think you get through. I don't know who you're going to play yet, but I think you get through.
Monaco or carry a bag.
So you're definitely going to go through in the first one for sure.
Well, you would have thought so. Yeah.
Do you know? I was saying to Jamie. I don't know if you heard earlier. I was saying to Jamie, while I was on my way down, I had a look at. I went through Isak's career, and I said to Jamie, like obviously the way he left the club, the way he left Newcastle.
Yeah.
Nobody wants him to do well, really. I know it's sad, but so and
don't get me wrong. I'm not vindictive or anything, Dino, but the way he did it. If he'd gone to Liverpool and he'd have just been quiet and he'd gone on the last transfer day, everybody would have probably accepted it. But he went on strike, didn't go on pre-season to.
I get your frustration.
Well, what I was going to say as well was, nobody wants to say you're missing him because obviously Voldemort scored a few goals early on, so nothing was said, and now he's gone 9 games, 10 games without scoring. I've had a look at his goals. Isak scored 27 goals last season, and I then had a look at the goals he scored. Did they count as points? And I worked it out. Last year, he won Newcastle 35 points with his goals. So even if you half that, you know, you'd be higher up in the league, and you might have won that game tonight. I know we'll never know. But if you've got an £130 million striker up front, and away from home he scored 12 goals last season, and he's struggling. So you're missing him.
No, because Jacob Murphy was the key to the... It was like buying an iPhone without the charger Liverpool bought him, because they don't play the same way as us.
Yeah, but he hasn't played many games yet.
So Jacob Murphy made it Alexander Isak. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying that, but he had 19 assists last year, Jacob Murphy.
Yeah, right, because he's got Isak banging in goals and he puts it in the right area.
I think Isak had 15 assists as well.
I was at Wembley when we won the Mickey Mouse Cup, and it was Isak. It was I burst out into tears when Isak scored. And he'll always have a little place in my heart, but he just did everything the wrong way.
No, I agree with that.
Yeah. I mean,
I agree with that. But look, forget it. He's left. He's gone. Right? He's out of Newcastle. Newcastle are trying to move on. They are struggling a little bit up front. I get that, but they've gone away from home and got a point against PSG, and really they could. Harvey Barnes scores, should have won the game. Simple as that.
Tough one, Jamie. They play Liverpool at Anfield now at the weekend. Liverpool have cruised through their tie. The game was over at half time. And Newcastle there put so much effort into that game to the wire. Eddie Howe's going to have a job getting them up for this game because that game's gone. Now it's on to Liverpool. It's going to be a tough game for a minute. You know, you're travelling, you're in Europe. And people forget, it's not just like physically, it's getting yourself up for a game. You know, it takes you days, doesn't it, to prepare for a game? You know, mentally.
Yeah.
You're thinking about it on Wednesday. Only a Saturday game.
Yeah, of course you are.
Thursday, you're thinking about who you're playing against. You're thinking about your own performance. I've got to do what I'm good at.
Yeah.
But if you're doing it every 3 days,
it's tiring.
Sometimes you don't get yourself up for the game, and that's why you see dodgy results. after Europe.
Yeah, it's tough to keep yourself going. That's for sure. Right, keep your calls coming in. We are trying to sort the phone lines out. If you call in, we will try and get you on. We're having a bit of an issue with it right now, but it was a big night in the Champions League, and we will try and get to everyone once you phone in. 03 717 22 33 44.
Shin pads are a footballer's best friend, even if players like Jack Grealish do wear such small ones you can barely even see them. But what's the story with shin pads, and are there any rules on how big they should be? It all started with cricket, actually. Cricketers had been wearing shin pads since the 1700s. They'd been introduced not for leg protection, but instead to give batters a strategic advantage. The idea was that batters could put their leg pads in front of the wicket if they missed the ball, preventing them from being bowled out. Obviously, that all changed when the LBW rule came in, but that was the theory behind them. It was thanks to this guy that shin protection made its way over to football. Meet Samuel Widdowson. He was a cricketer and a footballer. He played for Nottingham Forest back in the late 1800s, and he wanted a way to protect his legs from nasty tackles. Apparently, he'd broken his leg in a match against Sheffield United in 1874 and wanted to stop it from happening again. Naturally, his mind drifted to his other favourite sport, where players had been wearing these pads. Story goes, Widdowson cut up his cricket pads, sewed them into his socks and popped them on before taking to the footy pitch. Ta-da! Shin pads. Like all great genius inventors, everyone took the mickey at first. To be fair, he probably looked quite stupid running around with these on. But it's thought his whole Nottingham Forest team then began wearing them from 1887, and the first known use of them in a match was in 1894, in a match between Newcastle and the then Woolwich Arsenal. Eventually, FIFA clocked on that this protection was pretty important for footballers. Multiple studies have shown wearing shin pads clearly reduces the risk of players getting lower leg injuries. And so in 1990, basically 100 years after Widdowson first put them on, shin pads were made compulsory. It became a part of Law 4 of IFAB. That's the body responsible for setting the laws of the game internationally. But the law doesn't actually specify anything about measurements of shin pads. It just says pads must be made of a suitable material and be of an appropriate size to provide reasonable protection. It's really vague, and players can get away with a lot. A lot of grassroots clubs are choosing to ban micro shin pads for obvious reasons, though, especially after a 15-year-old player from Penistone Church broke his leg while wearing them. Still no change from IFAB, though. That's why Grealish and co can still get away with these ones, which are no bigger than a credit card and which seem to offer little to no protection whatsoever.
Good evening. You are listening to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT. Me, Jamie O'Hara Dean Saunders. Get your calls in. We sort the phone lines out. 03 717 22 3344. Loads to go at. Massive night of Champions League football live across the talkSPORT station. Spurs, they secured their place in the top 8, avoided a playoff for the last 16 thanks to a 2-0 win against Frankfurt. Here's how that second goal sounded.
All over here because it's Frankfurt 0, Tottenham 2. Dominic Solanke off the bench has just sealed Tottenham's passage to the round of 16. It was a long ball forward from João Paulinho. It flicked off a Frankfurt head. He took one touch, Solanke to control it. The second to rifle it right-footed into the far corner. Frankfurt 0, Tottenham 2.
Spurs are back, Dino. Spurs are back.
I'm really pleased for Thomas Frank, you know. I am. I think he's a good manager, and he's gone to Spurs. Like, he's proved he can manage a group of players.
Yeah.
What he's done at Brentford. And he's gone to Spurs, and who's done well at Spurs? What managers have done well at Spurs?
Well,
recently.
And won last season.
Has he done? They finished 17th, didn't they?
Yeah, I know. Who we are,
but he won the Walt Disney Cup. But finished 17th in the league.
Walt Disney Cup. It's a Europe trophy, European trophy.
Well,
League is a massive tournament.
All right. Well, I'll go as far as to say, who did they beat in the final? Man United, right? So apart from Man United,
what do you mean apart from Man United?
Apart from Man United, I don't think any of the teams in there would have a player that would get in Spurs' team.
I disagree with that.
Only Man United players would probably get in Spurs' team.
You go back through the teams that we played. There's some good players.
I don't think there are. I think it's like some of them Like the Fox and Barrel are in it. The Coach and Horses are in it.
Let's go to Zach. He's an Arsenal fan. All right, Zach.
Hi, Zach.
Arsenal.
Well done. Congrats. You finished top. Fair play to you.
Mate, I think that penalty was a bit stupid to drag him down like that. But apart from that, I'm happy, and I think we're gonna go on and win it all.
What do you mean?
I think we're gonna go in and win the Champions League, mate.
Do you genuinely believe that? Do you think you're the best team?
I believe it in my whole heart. I believe it in my whole heart that we'll win. I don't have a doubt that we win.
I'm not convinced, Zach. I'll be honest. I'm not convinced.
You just said earlier you think they could as well.
No, of course they can, because they're a good team and they're top. But I'm not convinced they're going to win the Champions League. Reason being, you ain't won it before.
What is on?
You ain't won it. But... You're stumbling already in the Premier League. You played Kairat tonight. You made 11 changes. You won 3-2, but I don't know. I'm not that convinced with Arsenal. When it gets to the latter stages over 2 legs, I think you get found out.
What you mean is you hope they get found out.
Well, obviously I hope, but I genuinely believe. Listen,
they're in everything. 4 points clear in the Premier League.
I'm not going to lose too much sleep if Arsenal win the Champions League, right? I, as a Spurs fan, I have to take it on the chin. But I just genuinely think that Arsenal won't win the Champions League. I don't. I just don't think. I think they're better teams than you over 2 legs.
Look, I think your argument that we haven't won it is ridiculous, because of PSG last season, they won it, but they've never won it before. Man City a few years ago, they won it. They won it, but they don't win it before, I think it's our time.
And it is easy to say, I think they're going to get beat by someone. There are like 24 teams that could...
Yeah, I know. The 24 teams. If you get to I'm talking about latter stages. Barcelona over 2 legs.
Well, you think they're going to... Yeah, but whoever...
Bayern Munich. I know they beat Bayern Munich, and that was a really good performance, to be fair. But over 2 legs, I just think they get beat. I do. I think they will get beat.
For what reason? What reason then?
Listen, I think
they can't defend, or they can't score, or nerves.
I think there's a nervousness about them. I think there's a mentality that the pressure gets to them. There's a reason why Arsenal haven't won the Champions League before, and they've had. And this is, when Arsene Wenger years, we're talking about invincible years. We're talking about the greatest teams that they've had. They've never won the Champions League.
Yeah, I know, but there's a first time for everything, and I think they could win everything. They could win the lot. They've got this good enough squad, fully loaded. Have a think about Arsenal's wingers. Seen the wingers they've got?
Yeah, they've got some good wingers. Zach, you've got some good wingers, right? You ain't.
Yeah.
Look, forget Champions League for a second.
All right.
You've got a problem scoring goals in the Premier League, right? You're scoring set pieces.
Yeah,
and that's all well and good, but it is an issue.
Yeah, well, we need to stop relying on set pieces, like I said the other day, and we need to sort out our open play. But I also think we need a new striker, because I don't think Gyökeres is good enough. I mean, five goals in the Premier League, is it, in 21 games?
Yeah.
I mean,
missed a few chances tonight.
I think Jesus is better than him. I think Jesus
I completely agree, mate.
Better than Gyökeres.
Jesus is a way better player than Gyökeres.
Yeah.
I completely agree. I mean, the only problem with Gabriel Jesus is that he can't stay fit.
No.
That's the only problem with him.
No.
If he could, I think he'd be a world-class striker for us.
And Havertz is back.
Yeah, Havertz is back.
Oh,
It's a plus. It's a plus to have him back.
Yeah, it is. I mean,
look, Zach, well done. You're top. You cruised through it in the end. Fair play to them. They are looking strong. I like to give them some stick, but they are a great side and they've got a good squad. Let's see what happens. As we see what Arsenal have done over the last few years. Let's see if they can keep it together.
I think he spent 5 years building this team, and the last piece in the jigsaw was Gyökeres. That's what everyone was saying at the start of the season.
But he ain't.
Just need a striker.
He ain't. He's not the final piece.
Well, give him a chance, because I had this problem when I went from Derby to Liverpool. When I was playing for Derby, it would be 50-50 possession every week, and I would score on the break.
Yeah.
I would score balls over the top. There's a load of grass to run into. My strength wasn't playing with my back to goal. It was running into the space, and I think he's a bit like that. So now he's playing for Arsenal. I've got the ball every single game for 75% possession. Mm. He's having to play with his back to goal in tight areas, and he's got to learn to link up with really good footballers who are around him. Make the right pass and let first-time layoffs round the corner, get it back, and be in the right place at the right time. when the ball's going across the face of the goal, because that's why they call it a finisher. You're supposed to finish the move off.
Yeah.
You know.
I hear you. I agree with you.
So he's got to be in the right place. But the jury's out. Obviously, he looks a bit rough around the edges, but he puts himself about.
Yeah.
And he looks like he's got a good attitude.
No, look, I'm sure they're working on him. I'm sure he'll come good because he does look like a good player. He's got the attributes, but at the moment, I'm not convinced. Let's go to Chris. He's a Spurs fan. All right, Chris?
Hi, Chris.
Hey, Spurs are back.
Spurs are back.
That's it. Spurs are back, mate. Excuse me.
What
I'll say is that, sorry about it. I had a bit of a furball there. But essentially, no, I'm pleased that they've won tonight. I think we clearly are doing well in Europe. I've got to say, though, I mean, I am with Dino on this one, really, as opposed to yourself, Jay. But I think Thomas Frank should be given Tom. I think the trouble is, you see, it's too easy to sort of say, oh, we're not doing well, sack the manager, right? He's only been in the job 6 months. Let's be frank here, right? I'm going to spell it out for the other fans, right? They're listening to your glorious channel, right? We finished 17th in the league. He has not taken over a team that finished in the top 4. We qualified the Champions League because we won that trophy.
Yeah, we won the Europa League and we had a load of injuries and we sacked off the Premier League at the end of last season. So, I know we finished 17th and it wasn't good enough. I get that. But there needed to be a massive improvement. With the players that we've got, we shouldn't be where we are in the table. You can't... The performances, Chris, are not acceptable in the Premier League. That's your bread and butter. And look, we're a great side in the Champions League and we're a joy to watch. But that's got to go into the Premier League performances.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the thing is that we should have done better against Burnley. There's no question about that. But I do think as well, again, this is where with Dino in this one, right? The thing is, I don't think it's all Thomas Frank's fault, right? We need, right? And the thing is, look, this is a hangover from the old boardroom that were there, right? We did not push the boat out enough for signings, right? I mean, we've got a lot of average players in that team, right? I mean, apart from Van der Ven, Porro, and maybe Kulusevski,
Romero.
They are bang average. Romero as well. They're bang average players, Jay.
Kulusevski ain't.
Kulusevski's, I think he's a great player.
Xavi Simmons is starting to show some signs of being a top player.
Is Richarlison injured?
Richarlison's injured. Solanke's come back. Solanke, again, jury's out for me on him, but he's a good player. When we signed him, I was happy that we signed him.
Well, he's 60 million, wasn't he?
We spent a few quid on him for sure, but he had a really good season at Bournemouth. But he hasn't got going yet at Tottenham. He's just picked up injuries all the time. The problem is all the players are injured. If you put our team together with a fully fit squad, and I know everyone gets injuries, but our injuries it's outrageous. We've got 14 injuries. If you put our best 11 out there with a bench, it ain't that bad. It's not a 14th in the table team. It's a top 7 team.
For the last, since I can think back, right? When you look at the Premier League wage bill league table, highest wage bills: Man City, Liverpool, Man United, Chelsea, Arsenal. Spurs is about 6th.
Yeah.
Aston Villa, Spurs are about the same.
Isn't it, Dino?
So it's the hope that kills you. Every season,
all right. Well, then you should finish 6th.
You've got to jump. You've got to jump above 5 teams who spent more money on
I'm not
players.
asking to jump above 5 teams, Dean.
What are you happy with then?
I'm asking to be a top 6 club and fight for the top 4 spaces. We ain't going to win.
Would you be happy with 6th?
Yes. This season.
You wouldn't.
This season, I would.
You wouldn't.
Are you joking?
No, you wouldn't. If you're a Spurs fan, right? If you're a Spurs fan, every season you think Champions League.
No, of course you want to get Champions League, but from where we've come from last season, I would have took 6.
And he's right. 7. They don't push the boat out. If you don't pay the wages, your best players leave. Kyle Walker, Rose, Modric, Bale. They've all... Kane. Yeah. They leave. The best players leave. You're not paying them enough. You got... Liverpool's just spent £1 billion. Raheem Sterling's on 325 grand a week at Chelsea. The best players know what they're worth and they get the best money.
Yeah, but
if you don't pay them, they leave.
You've also got to be clever and find the right player, right? You haven't got to pay.
Well, everybody's trying to do that.
Yeah, exactly. But Spurs have got to find that player. That's the problem we've got. Listen, Chris, thanks for your call.
Thanks, Chris.
Loads to go at. Obviously, a big night of Champions League action. You can have your say on it. 03 717 22 3344. Spurs are back. are listening to the Sports Bar and Talk Sport. Me, Jamie O'Hara Dean Saunders. We're here. What Queensbury CEO Frank Warren has had to say after Tyson Fury announced his comeback fight later this year. We're taking more calls on the Champions League tonight, though. Let's get back to them now. 03 717 223344. Let's go to George. He's a Liverpool fan, right, George?
Hi, George.
How you doing, fellas? You all right?
I'm all right, George. I'm all right. Look, that was a proper Liverpool performance tonight.
It was a good performance tonight. I know the opposition wasn't great, but you got to beat what's put in front of you, and I thought we played really well tonight.
Yeah, really well. They're no mugs, though, Carabag. I watched them against Chelsea. They're decent.
Yeah, listen, they had no cutting up front. They had no cutting edge up front. You know, they lacked a threat up front. Their number 9 was a decent player, but other than that, I thought we just controlled the game really well. Van Dijk was back to his best. I thought Ekitike was brilliant, as was Wirtz. There were some really good performances in there. Andy Robertson, left back, was excellent. Szoboszlai, you know what you're going to get with Szoboszlai. He was brilliant. Gravenberch fielding at centre back. It was a very, very good performance. And I just fancy our chances in the Champions League. I just feel our football is tailor-made for Europe this season.
Yeah.
The way the slow build-up. And I'd say you write Liverpool off at your peril in the Champions League this year. I think they can go a very, very long way in it.
I agree.
Do you know what? I'd like to ask your opinion, right, on Andy Robertson, because I can't get my head round. I think he's miles better. He's miles better than Kirkes, right?
Me too.
There's class.
Me too. I totally agree. Totally agree with you, honestly, Dino. And to sell him for £3 million to Spurs, that would have been absolutely madness. Madness. We're struggling in fullback areas. Look what happened to Frimpong. He's made of glass. Another hamstring injury. He's got like hamstrings like bloody breadsticks. That one. He just can't seem to see it.
Well, what he was trying to do, Slot. What he's trying to do is play that. Ralph Ragnick played that 4-2-2-2-2. He played that system and he uses Frimpong and Kirkes as the wingers.
Yeah.
So Salah comes in field and Gapgo comes in field. You got McAllister and Szoboszlai. So he's tried to play that system, but Salah likes to be wide coming in.
Yeah.
He doesn't like to be in running out.
Yeah.
He always had Trent inside him.
Yeah.
So I don't think. I think they're playing. I know they've won tonight and they needed that. They battered 6 goals in, which is good for confidence. Salah scored. I thought he was awful tonight, Salah, but by his standards. But he scored a great goal. And Ekitike was good, and they'll get some confidence out of that.
Like Salah, George, you know, Liverpool fans know more than me, but he looks a bit lost playing in that team. He just looks a bit lost.
His passes just go astray all the time. A player of his quality just couldn't even put a simple pass. He had a chance to play a lovely ball. I think it was at Ekitike, and he couldn't even get that right. I thought he had a really poor game tonight. Again, you know, his goal was good, but his overall performance was very poor.
I don't think it's all his fault. I don't think it's all his fault. He's lost his main supplier of disguised balls, which nobody else in the world sees apart from Trent. So Salah would get balls over the top of the fullback's head.
You made a good point when we was watching the game as well. You said it. I think Van Dijk had it at his feet, and Salah was waiting for the diag. And they used to hit that ball all the time. As soon as they got it at their feet, bang, diag. Now, and you said it. Look at them. Look, it's pass into Wirtz, goes out, and then the space is gone. And you know that for me is a massive sign of where Salah is struggling, because there's moments in that game when you're watching them where last season and the season before under Jurgen Klopp, it was bang, where's Salah? Get him on the ball, put him in, he'll score.
Longer passes, Jamie. Earlier, longer passes. Well, as soon as there's turnover of possession, Trent would hit him.
Yeah.
Or Virgil would hit him.
Yeah.
And he's got a 1v1 then with a fullback.
Yeah.
With Trent inside him.
Yeah.
And they used to press Trent because they know he can hurt you from 40 yards out from goal. He can pick somebody out. So they'd press Trent. Now, with Frimpong playing right back, or Szoboszlai played right back, or Endo played there tonight when he come on, they leave him with the ball.
Yeah.
And they double up on Salah. So for me, Salah's not been getting the ball early enough. That's basically, give me the ball early where I've got a 1v1, or I'm getting in behind without the ball.
Yeah.
So I think he's lost his self-belief because of it.
George, thanks for your call. I'm going to go to Raf. He's a Man City fan. All right, Raf?
Hi, Raf.
Hi.
All right, Raf?
Yep.
You sound surprised that we phoned you.
No, I was just waiting for quite a long time.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We didn't get a chance to watch a lot of that game tonight. We could see the scores 2-0. It was an easy win in the end, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was planning on going to that game, but it looked a bit boring. We were easily through. I think we're miles better than Galatasaray.
Ref, cheer up, mate. Jesus, you've just qualified. You're in the top 8.
You sound like you've just opened a letter and it's £1,000 gas bill.
No, but it's Galatasaray. We should be beating them by a few more than
Hey, nothing wrong with Galatasaray. Great club.
Yeah,
they got Osman playing for them. Gundogan.
They're nothing compared to a Premier League team.
Well, I would, when you look at the players they've got playing for them, mind you, Sanchez plays centre half for them. Was at Spurs.
Good players. Got Osman,
Yeah.
Gundogan, they had Edison in goal.
Yeah.
They're no mugs.
No, they're good.
I mean,
team.
look, overall, Man City, you've made it through. You were outside the top 8 tonight, and you've got through, and you're in the top 8. That's massive for you.
We shouldn't be finishing 8th, though. We shouldn't be finishing 8th. We should be finishing top 4.
Why?
At least, because we're way better.
Well, I'm not so sure because you've had a complete rebuild, haven't you, the team? I was thinking about it the other day. I think Pep played, when he was at Barcelona, he played that total football with Messi, Xavi, Busquets, and he had Henry and Eto'o up front, and that worked. Then he come to Man City, he had Gundogan, Silva, De Bruyne, and the total football, because they're all geniuses, never give the ball away. And he's trying to play the same football last season with different players, and he's realised they lose it. Yeah. Some of these lose the ball, and they're getting done wide open. So I still think he's in the middle of rebuilding the team. I don't know about you.
Oh yeah,
and you got young lads in the team. I'm not just saying it. When you've got young defenders in your team, they make mistakes.
Well, look, Raf was not happy. Let's see if we can find one who's an happy Man City fan. Josh has phoned us up. Right, Josh?
Hi, Josh.
Hello, mate.
Right, Josh?
You all right? Yeah, I was at the game today at the Etihad.
Yeah.
To be honest, I've got 3.5 hours to go home on a sat-nav, and today it just didn't seem like the City fans are up for it.
What, you thought the atmosphere was rubbish?
Mate, I thought it was terrible, to be honest. Like, looking in the stands, there was no more than 35,000 fans in there. There was Galatasaray fans all over the place in the home end. I just thought it was unacceptable, to be honest.
Why do you think that is, though, Josh? Why is that?
Well,
have you been spoiled?
There's a spoiled bit, and I think people have just got obviously too excited with us not being the top of anything. Obviously, not top of the league, not top of the group. But also, I think pricing's a problem.
How much are the tickets to go and watch a game?
It ain't cheap.
But how much is it?
Tonight I paid £45 times 4 for the people in the motor. That's do you know what I mean? That's nearly 180 quid.
Yeah. 45 quid ain't bad,
though. It's a lot of money.
Well, not if you're doing it 3 times a week. It's a killer.
No, yeah, I hear that.
That's what I mean. At the end of the day,
but what do you want? I mean, you're not going to get a ticket for 25 quid, are you?
No, you're not. But today, it's a massive game for City at the end of the day. The start of the day, you had to win the game by a few goals and hope results go the way, and luckily they did.
Yeah.
But without the support, you're nothing. Do you know what I mean?
I agree.
You need bums on seats.
Well, you would think it'd be a sold out, wouldn't you?
I would have thought it'd be.
Last game.
I knew that Galatasaray would have made the atmosphere unbelievable, but I'm guessing Man City fans didn't.
I don't expect to be bouncing like a Champions League semi-final, but today we had to win the game to get them two. Without them 2 games, that's massive for City at the moment with the injury crisis.
Is it ever bad?
Well, I don't know whether you won the league 4 times. People get used to the standard, and then take it for granted.
Yeah. Well, look, it's a massive night for them. If the atmosphere is a problem, it's a problem. They need to be up for a game tonight. They had to win that game.
Yeah. Well, you go to Anfield, no matter who they're playing. European night at Anfield is like top of the agenda for all Scousers.
I mean, you go to Anfield on a Champions League night,
no matter who you're playing.
It's huge.
Yeah, they're the biggest games I've ever played.
But why is that though? Because Man City have got good fans. They've got a good fan base.
Well, I'm not sure of it. The way you put it there, you're playing Galatasaray, who bring their fair share of fans. They're everywhere. They've got 5 million fans, Galatasaray, all around the world.
Yeah.
And they've got some star players. and they had to win the game to get through, you'd think, this is a big game, I'm going to watch that, wouldn't you? But then you have to think to yourself, well, how long can people keep affording these tickets and the way they're going through the roof?
Yeah.
And the amount of money it takes just to survive.
Yeah. Well, I think they were meant, if they didn't get in the top 8 tonight, Man City, they would have had 9 games in February. They do get in the top 8, so that means they have 7 games. I mean, it's still ridiculous. They've got 7 matches, but them saving 2 games in February is massive. You think that's a game it's 28 days. They would have had 9 games.
Yeah.
You know, it's a game every 2-3 days.
Yeah,
so it's massive for them that they've got through tonight. It's a huge result.
I just think, people are really struggling at the minute to actually make ends meet all around the country. And obviously the first thing you do, like you probably don't have your nails done when you're struggling, do you? Then don't have you've been your makeup.
Yeah, but I'm used to not.
You don't put makeup on anymore, do you?
No. I've never had any money.
And then you don't go to golf. You're not paying the green fees anymore. You sacrifice that. And then paddle. Now you try and paddle, honey.
Yeah.
Love
the paddle.
I'll have to have a game. No. Give you something you can beat me at. Yeah. So, you know what I mean? No, people give up their luxuries, don't they? And like if you, they might say, look, I'm not going to the game tonight. It'll save us £100. Not many people go on their own.
No.
You go with someone, don't you?
Yeah, of course you do, yeah.
Take your son with you or your daughter.
Yeah.
And
listen.
All of a sudden you're £90 in.
Yeah, no.
Time you have a bit of food and a cup of tea, £120.
Yeah, I agree. I get it. I do. I get it. All right, keep your calls coming in. Big night. We're going to continue taking them. 03717 22 3344. You are listening to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT. Me, Jamie O'Hara Dean Saunders, going to be joined by European football expert Kevin Hatchard. He's going to run us through all of the action from tonight. But let's hear from Newcastle gaffer Eddie Howe. His side drew 1-1 with PSG in the Champions League. It was live on talkSPORT. He was asked about what he made of 5 English sides finishing the top 8. Here's what he had to say.
It's not something I've thought too deeply about, to be honest. I think the English teams, yes, they've been strong. I think the Premier League is such a strong league that can only make you better by playing in that tough competition week in, week out. The games that we play, home or away, they're so difficult. I think you see some really strong teams, strong players. I just think from our perspective, I can only focus on us, and I don't really have an opinion about the other teams. We are improving, I feel. We've still got a long way to go, but we're in a good place, I think, to attack the next games in this competition in particular.
There's Eddie Howe speaking. Let's go to Chris. He's a Newcastle fan. All right, Chris?
Hi, Chris.
Hello, lads. You all right?
I'm all right, Chrissy. Yeah. What did you make of the game? What did you make of the result?
You know, if you told me when the draw was made, you'd go in 10th, you'd get draws against PSG, and let's face it, we outplayed them tonight. You know, I would have took it. Mm-hmm. Disappointed tonight. The referee's decisions really, that penalty's not a penalty. A double deflection and then it hits Miley in the arm. Does he know anything about it?
Champions League, though, the bar's different, right? With the Premier League, it's different, right? I don't know if you get that in the Premier League, but
do you know what? No one knows what handball is anymore.
Well, in the Champions League, it feels like anything.
No, I don't know anybody that agrees on a handball. Like, I thought it was a pen, so we disagree. What do you think?
I'm not sure. I'm 50-50.
Only because of the rules. You know, yeah. I'm not sure of the rules.
I don't know what the rules are in the Champions League, but I think the bars. You know,
I think
get a lot more.
Twice we went to PSG now, and we've twice been done by a dodgy penalty decision. You look at Liverpool last year, deflection off his thigh, like, and then they give that cost us going through the next, like, into the group stages again. Then again this year, 2 minutes in, and it's a double deflection. It hits Miley's arm. Yeah, his arm's out, but does he know it's? VAR said it was. It was a deliberate attempt to block the ball. They can't say that.
No.
A double deflection. They can't say it. He's meant to do that. That's.
But you know what, though, Chris? You know, fair play to you, though, because you ground out a result, and you know, regardless, you were going through anyway into the playoffs. I know you wanted to get in the top 8. But, you know, that's a good result. And I know you got to play playoff games. But
if someone had said to me, Jimmy, you'll finish 10th in that Champions League draw.
Yeah.
As a Newcastle fan, you snap the hand off for it.
But you finished 12th.
12th. You know, we're in the knockout stages, and that was the end of.
Yeah, that's the end goal. Yeah, and you've got into that. You know, you finished above Juventus, Atletico Madrid, Borussia Dortmund, Galatasaray. You know, I think you've had a good campaign. You've had some tough games.
Yeah. It's been a huge campaign for we, and this is where we want to be.
What's the situation now with the financial fair play? Like, can Newcastle spend any money? Do you know?
You know more than me. In all honesty, it is. I was hearing you had the guy from who does talkSPORT. He does, you know, that's Stefan Borsa, and he says we had 200 million to spend in this window.
Yeah.
Then you've got Eddie Howe come out going, we've got nothing to spend.
Yeah.
So you just, you know, but, you know, we'll put our money, we'll back Eddie Howe.
Yeah.
That's all we can do.
Listen, you've got a good squad of players, and of course, you know, I'm under the impression, for me, if a multi-billionaire wants to buy a football club and spend his own money on making it a Galactico side, which they want to do really at Newcastle, then let them do it.
Well, the only thing is, though, Jamie, I think, is it 2 more Americans they need? If 2 more Americans, once there's 14 of them, I think, they start winning votes.
What do you mean?
Well, they can vote on things, can't they? They can vote saying, like, we want to play games abroad. We want to play...
Oh, in the Premier League, in terms of the Premier League, when they go to vote.
Yeah, so if you... At the minute, I don't know, I'll have to check with Ryan, but
yeah, it's normally
there's like 12 American owners at the minute. If they get together and say, right, whatever, we'll just vote on what we want to do. We'll turn it into the NFL. or we'll turn it into that. So, I mean, these things are there to protect
There's
clubs
11
from going
American
bankrupt
owners.
as well.
There's 11 American owners.
There's 11. I don't know how many they need for the...
Well, normally I think the vote is...
Is it 14?
14 maybe.
Something like that, yeah. So, yeah, there's all sorts of things out there. But also, you know, when you're a Newcastle fan, you're a Newcastle fan for life. A lot of these owners of these football clubs, they don't care about the club. I don't know what their motives are, some of them.
Well,
some of them
they
playing
might not
Football
care
Manager.
I'm sure, yeah, but look at Manchester City, right? They're similar guys to who own Newcastle. They come in at the right time. They was able to spend money, and they propelled that football club into stardom, right? Now Manchester City are there to stay.
Yeah.
They're always going to be a huge football club now, right? That's because the ownership were able to
Well, no,
spend
not
the money.
really. What if they said, we fed up with this? We're off now.
Another billionaire's going to go and buy that football club.
Maybe.
You know, like they're always going to...
Yeah.
They're at that level now because they've created their history. Newcastle want to do that. They want to create that history. They want to get that history. They're hamstrung all the time because of the rules. And I get they wanted to try and make it fair, and you didn't want to see, you know, the Man United and Liverpool and and Man City winning it every season and Chelsea. But there's a lot of people now, and there's a lot of money in football with these owners who want to spend money to make their club a huge football club. And I just think it's unfair sometimes. I look at Newcastle and think they could, with the fan base that they've got, they could take that football club to Manchester City level.
Simon Jordan's your man on this. He knows it inside out. He's obviously owned a club. But they're also there to stop someone coming in, because there's only a few reasons why you buy a football club, isn't there? There's one, it's vanity to say you own a football club. 2 is to make money. 3 is to lose money. And 4 is to play Championship Manager with a real team because you're fed up of playing with his son on the PlayStation. So let's come on. And then what happens? They take over the club and they realise, oh, you mean we can't pick the team? No, we've got a manager there. Well, he picks the team and we got no say in it. I put 200 million in and I've got no say in picking the team. That's not very good, is it? And when they start losing and then they go the other way on it, or they just clear off. So it's there so they don't run debt up against the club and then just clear off and never to be seen again.
I don't think these people are like that though at Newcastle.
There is. Not
obviously I know that. I know there's people like that in football. I know, of course.
Yeah.
But these people at Newcastle ain't like that. I think they wanted to buy that football club to take them to another.
Yeah, and they've been stopped from spending.
Look, obviously Newcastle are in the playoffs though, so it was a half decent night from in the end. They put in a decent performance. I thought Eddie Howe would come away from that, and say, "Well done, lads." But there was an unbelievable moment away from the English clubs. Benfica scored the last kick of the game. Jose Mourinho's side to beat Real Madrid 4-2. They needed a goal, and they sent the keeper up, and he scored a header, which is an unbelievable moment. It is probably one of the best moments in Champions League history. It qualified them. They finished 24th. It knocked Marseille out, so they stay in the competition on goal difference. We've got a Benfica fan, Carlos, has phoned us up. All right, Carlos?
Hi, Carlos.
Are you all right?
Carlos, what an unbelievable moment. Unbelievable.
Tell me about buzzing. I'm buzzing here, mate. That's history making, I can say.
Yeah, I mean, look, you've struggled a bit in this competition. Mourinho hasn't done great, but that was vintage Mourinho.
I wish, but
Carlos, you can't swear. Don't swear.
Sorry. Yeah, that was unbelievable. Seriously, wow, that is that moment.
Yeah.
I was checking the table, and our fans, I think they're confused. They're celebrating something was not there yet.
Yeah, you needed another goal. I don't, because some of the fans thought that you were through, right? They thought you were through, but Marseille was still in there.
So what time did Marseille? Do you know what time they conceded a third goal?
I'm not sure what time they conceded Marseille.
Ryan, give us the stats.
79th minute, Marseille
is
conceded
it?
the third goal.
So the Benfica fans had 10 minutes to work out.
They had 10 minutes to work out that
we need another goal.
They still needed another goal.
Yeah.
I was here shouting, "What are you doing? We need a goal!" And you guys, our president Rui Costa was a bit annoyed with our 4 players. João Pinto was in the stands next to Mourinho, and he was like, "Guys, we are not on it. We need a goal." And then it's like,
All right, okay. In the last chance, this was incredible.
Nah.
That was like.
I mean, it was amazing because obviously all the games the English teams had finished, so that game went live over here, so we was able to watch it, and we're all sat in the office, and we're all sat there going, "Could this actually happen?" You know, the keeper goes up, Mourinho, you know, and then he scores. I'm trying to think of a better Champions League moment in terms of vintage moment. It's up there.
And we're hanging on because Sporting also is scoring in Bilbao in the last minute, and it's like crazy because Sporting were out as well, another Portuguese team. Like so, in that moment, was kind of helping each other. Sporting winning.
Yeah, well, Sporting finished seventh in the end, so fair play to them. But Benfica are through. Mourinho though, Carlos, got to sort himself out a little bit now. He's not been great over there.
Yeah, but you know, he said his calculations, like Mourinho tactic mind, he's like, I think 9-10 points we probably will be, and he did it with 9 points. It's crazy how Mourinho sometimes is. Wow! And thank you for coming back. Thank you.
All right,
hey, Carlos, speaking of João Pinto, there.
I love your program, and I will continue here. Listen for the rest of the evening. Thank you so much. Have a good evening, guys.
All right, Carlos.
Carlos, before you go. Are you still there? Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
So you're on about João Pinto, right? I played. It was me and Nuno Gomes up front. João Pinto played behind us.
Yeah.
He's the best I've ever seen in my life at tripping himself up.
What do you mean?
Yeah, he used to get so many penalties and free kicks. I was convinced on the pitch, it's a penalty, ref. I was called ref. It's an obvious penalty. And when I got home and watched Match of the Day.
Yeah.
He tripped himself up. Yeah. he was the master.
Yeah.
Great player.
Yeah, he was the master, yeah. He's small as well.
Yeah.
You remember the goal he scored against England in France?
Yes. And Nuno Gomes was lethal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good side.
Nuno Gomes was like Ian Rush. We had Calado, Hugo Leal in midfield, Karol Poborski on the right, Bruno Bastos on the left, Ronaldo centre-half, big centre-half. In goal was, we had Michel Prudhomme, remember the Belgium goalkeeper?
No.
George Cadet was there, Brian Dean. We had a good squad there.
Did you enjoy it? Benfica's a massive club, right?
Brilliant. A great experience. I'm proud to say I played for them.
Yeah.
With, like the stadium, 90,000. The stadium I like, the training ground. So hot we had to train at 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
You couldn't train at 9 in the morning.
No.
Too hot. Training, we'd have 10,000.
It must have been a different kind of life over there, right?
Yeah, you walk out at night in shorts, t-shirt. You don't mean the weather's magnificent. I lived in Cascais, right on the beach.
Yeah,
and you know you could walk just down onto the beaches, fish restaurants, everything, and it's a massive club.
Yeah,
there's two. There's Sporting Lisbon, and then up the north there's Porto.
Yeah,
which down the south we're convinced. They had the referees in their pocket. They were convinced that Porto had the ref in the pocket. But no, two great clubs. Sporting Lisbon, Benfica, massive club.
Yeah, massive club. And they've stayed in it, and an incredible night tonight for them. Right, we're going to move on. We've got Kevin Hatchard. He's going to run us through the madness from tonight's Champions League action. He's coming up next. You're listening to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT. Me, Jamie O'Hara Dean Saunders. Got back pages coming up in just a moment. Latest episode of talkSPORT's brand new podcast, How to Win the World Cup, is now available. Matt Ford and Alex Brooker speak to French World Cup winner Emmanuel Petit, all about having the right mentality to win the greatest prize in football. Emmanuel also asks Alex who would rather see end their trophy drought this year, his beloved Arsenal or England.
Would you rather see Arsenal winning the title than to see England winning the World Cup?
Oh, the title, I think. That sounds awful, especially on a World Cup podcast. But that is the mentality of it, because it's...
Do you know what? I'm absolutely Forest mad, but I lose my...
There is
the
something...
thought of England winning the World Cup...
It's hard for you to answer,
right? It is really hard, actually. Do you know what?
Hard.
Because there's something about the World Cup where we've been there together, like, we've watched games together, and there's something about the fact that you're sharing it with everyone. People who normally, you know, you're kind of at odds about your clubs and stuff like that, but you all want one thing at one time. It's very rare you get that in football.
Okay.
Right, time to run through all of tonight's European action with TalkSPORT Bet.
Bring it on with talkSPORT Bet. From weekly broadcast boosts to lucky dips and brilliant bet builders, bring it on at talksportbet.com. 18+ gambleaware.org.
Right, Kevin Hedgehog joins us now. Right, Kev?
Hi, Kev.
How are we, chaps? We well?
Yeah, we're all right, mate. Unbelievable night of Champions League action. What's the biggest story?
I think Anatoly Trubin heading in and putting Benfica through. I mean, it was just the most phenomenal moment because what it made me think of when I saw Trubin score was that moment at Old Trafford when Mourinho was Porto boss and Costinha scores and he goes tearing down the touchline to celebrate. And it felt like that kind of Mourinho moment in the Champions League. And they were gone. I mean, they were behind against Real Madrid. Mbappe had scored. They were going out of the competition. And funnily enough, a few moments before Trubin scores the header that puts them through, there was a moment where a cross came in and he caught it and then just fell on the ball and dived on the floor. And everybody in the stadium was saying to him, "What are you doing? We need another goal to go through." And I don't think he'd realised he was digging in for the win.
Yeah.
And then just a couple of minutes later, he's the hero.
Yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable. When I saw it happen, and, you know, you think about moments in, you know, tournament football and, you know, Mourinho against Real Madrid, the keeper goes up. It's just one of them moments that you just written in the stars, you know, and football's got these unbelievable stories that they unfold. What a night. I mean, that'll go down as one of the greatest moments in the history of the tournament.
Oh, absolutely. It's crazy. And the other thing that's even more insane about it is look who Benfica could face next. Might get Real Madrid again, or they might get Inter. So either way, it's going to be Real Madrid, where Mourinho was before, or it'll be Inter, where he won the Champions League. Wow. So it's going to be an incredible story, whatever happens. And he really needed this because it's not been going well for Benfica this season.
No.
But what if you Marseille, man alive, what a kick in the face that is.
Oh, mate, they must be absolutely...
Kev, I was going to ask you, this new format, obviously we're in the second year now. What do you think of it then? Because the reason I'm asking you, Arsenal changed 11 players today. They're already through. So there's like a bit of, you know, at the end, you got one game left. You can actually field a weakened team and someone needs to beat you. How do you think it's going, this format?
Tonight match day 8 always convinces me because you have just the most unbelievable roller coaster of teams going through, teams going out, teams in the top 8, teams getting knocked out of that. I mean, look at PSG. They got an early goal against Newcastle, were looking good for the top 8. And then suddenly Newcastle fight back, and I thought Newcastle played very well in the second half. And suddenly PSG tumble out the top 8. Real Madrid looked home and hosed. They lose to Benfica and they go out the top 8. You had Karabakh, even though they got smashed by Liverpool, Karabakh have gone through. Bodo Glimt, that's an insane story. You know, for a team that is from the Arctic Circle, who had never won their own domestic title a few years ago, for them to beat Man City and then win at Atletico Madrid when their season finished ages ago, by the way. So they're not even in their season at the moment.
Yeah.
So for them to go through, it's just beyond belief, really.
Yeah, unbelievable. What about Napoli, Kev? Because Look, Chelsea,
disaster.
Yeah, disaster, because Chelsea put in a really good performance tonight, and fair play to them. But this is, I mean, they finished 30th in the table. They're Italian champions.
Yeah, it's a shambles. And again, it will add fuel to the fire in terms of critics saying that Conte can't balance domestic competition with continental games. And it's a huge failure. I mean, yes, they've had injuries. Lukaku's been out. De Bruyne's been out. But Anguissa as well, who's a player they really miss, actually. But there should still be enough there. And look at some of the results they had away from home. They were smashed 6-2 at PSV. You know, this was their first home defeat of the season. So just when they needed to perform, you know, they were 2-1 up at one stage and they collapsed. So it's a really bad look. They're 9 points adrift in the league. So it doesn't look as though they're going to retain their title. I would be surprised if Conte makes it to the end of the season.
Oh, really?
Quite frankly.
I'm just looking here.
Well, I don't think necessarily that they'll sack him, but I just think he will become increasingly frustrated. And he's very rarely, you know, if you look in recent times, anywhere for too long. And I can just see it becoming increasingly negative, especially if they just can't make any kind of impact on the title race. And I can see him moving on. I mean, winning the league was superb last season, but they didn't have any European football.
Do you think it's because his teams grind? They're just grinders, and he doesn't open up in the Champions League because they've played 8 games, won 2 out of the 8, and scored just 9 goals.
Yeah, I think certainly away from home, he hasn't found the right formula. And there's definitely a difference in Serie A away from home than at home. I don't think he always plays that grinding football. Napoli can be very good to watch at times. So, you know, I'm not sure about that necessarily. But I do think, because he's so hard physically on the players, in terms of training, in terms of their preparation, it does then make that schedule very, very difficult. I mean, Stanislav Lobotka, who's one of the best holding midfielders in Europe, I would say, there was